Hidden sleep debt. You wake up after 8 hours, stretch, grab your phone, and somehow feel just as exhausted as you did the night before. It feels unfair, but your body may be collecting something called sleep debt. Imagine borrowing 1 hour of sleep every night. It does not seem like much at first. Then a week passes, and suddenly your brain has lost the equivalent of an entire night's rest. But here's the problem. Sleeping until noon on Saturday rarely erases the damage. Your brain still struggles with attention, memory, and emotional control. This is where it gets worse. Many people mistake this constant exhaustion for laziness or aging when their body is simply trying to recover from weeks or even months of missed sleep. Studies show that chronic sleep restriction can make your reaction time as slow as someone who has been awake for nearly 24 hours. The scary part is that you often stop noticing how impaired you really are because tired becomes your new normal. The wrong kind of sleep. Here's something most people never realize. Sleeping longer does not always mean sleeping better. Your body moves through different sleep stages every night, and each one has a unique job. Deep sleep repairs muscles, strengthens the immune system, and restores energy. REM sleep helps organize memories, process emotions, and prepare your brain for the next day. If these stages keep getting interrupted, you can spend 9 hours in bed and still wake up drained. Think of it like charging your phone with a damaged cable. It stays plugged in all night, yet the battery barely fills. The real danger is that many common habits quietly destroy sleep quality without waking you completely. Noise, stress, alcohol, late-night scrolling, and even room temperature can keep pushing your brain out of the deepest stages. You may never remember waking up, but your body remembers every interruption. Your brain never clocked out. Have you ever gone to bed while replaying an awkward conversation or worrying about tomorrow? Your body lies still, but your brain keeps running like an engine that refuses to shut off. Stress activates hormones designed to keep you alert during danger. Thousands of years ago, that helped humans survive predators. Today, the predator is often an unread email, unpaid bill, or endless notifications. But here's the problem. Your brain cannot instantly switch from survival mode to recovery mode. Even after falling asleep, elevated stress hormones can reduce deep sleep and increase nighttime awakenings. This is where it gets worse. Chronic stress trains your nervous system to stay on high alert, making restful sleep harder night after night. You wake up feeling like you worked an overnight shift even though you never left your bed. Your body slept, but your mind spent the entire night standing guard. The energy thieves on your plate. You expect food to create energy, but sometimes it quietly steals it instead. A breakfast loaded with sugar can send your blood sugar soaring, only for it to crash a few hours later. Suddenly, your eyelids feel heavy, your focus disappears, and another cup of coffee seems like the only answer. The real danger is that this cycle repeats all day. Heavy late-night meals can also force your digestive system to keep working while your brain is trying to recover. Even mild dehydration can leave you feeling sluggish because your cells struggle to perform basic functions. Vitamins and minerals matter too. Low iron, vitamin D deficiency, or inadequate vitamin B12 can all contribute to persistent fatigue. Your body is like an incredibly complex machine. It cannot produce peak energy if it lacks the raw materials needed to keep every system running smoothly. The invisible sleep saboteurs. Sometimes the problem is not how much you sleep, but what happens while you're asleep. One surprising example is sleep apnea. People with this condition can briefly stop breathing dozens or even hundreds of times each night without realizing it. Each pause forces the brain to partially wake up just enough to restart breathing. Imagine someone gently shaking you awake every few minutes all night long. By morning, you would feel completely drained, even if the clock showed 8 full hours in bed. But here's where it gets worse. Untreated sleep apnea increases the risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, and memory problems. Loud snoring, choking during sleep, morning headaches, and overwhelming daytime fatigue are common warning signs. Many people blame themselves for being tired when the real cause has been interrupting every single night for years. Your body clock is confused. Picture flying across several time zones every few days without ever leaving home. That is surprisingly similar to what happens when your sleep schedule constantly changes. Staying up until 2 in the morning on weekends and waking early for work during the week forces your internal clock into permanent confusion. Your brain relies on consistent timing to release hormones that control sleep, alertness, hunger, and energy. But here's the problem. When those signals arrive at the wrong times, your body feels like it is living in the wrong time zone. This is why some people feel exhausted on Monday, even after sleeping longer over the weekend. Sunlight plays a huge role too. Morning light tells your brain to wake up fully, while darkness prepares it for rest. Spend too little time outside and too much time under bright screens at night, and your biological clock starts losing its rhythm. The wake-up trap. It sounds logical. You feel tired, so you drink more coffee. Then you struggle to fall asleep, wake up exhausted, and need even more coffee the next day. This cycle quietly traps millions of people. Caffeine blocks the chemical that creates the feeling of sleepiness, but it does not remove the need for sleep itself. The sleep pressure keeps building underneath the surface. Energy drinks and endless cups of coffee can temporarily hide exhaustion while your brain continues operating with reduced performance. The real danger is assuming that feeling awake means your body has recovered. It has not. Breaking the cycle often starts with surprisingly simple changes. Keeping a consistent bedtime, limiting late caffeine, getting morning sunlight, exercising regularly, reducing evening screen exposure, and seeking medical advice when persistent fatigue continues can completely transform how you feel. The goal is not just sleeping longer. It is finally giving your brain and body the kind of sleep that actually restores them.